Center and a whole lot of other people in the community that are important, many of whom are in this room today. Thank you very much for being here. It's quite an honor to be standing in front of all of you and to welcome you to a celebration of an important part of our history. The main players that are here today, Commissioner Dr. Brian Eads and Mayor Deborah McCart, wherever you have gone. There they are, right there. Please come on up and take over.
Ms. Kleinsmith, if you dispatch with the cake, if you join us up here, we have a little proclamation from the City of Amarillo that we'd like to present to you today. Whereas donations of blood products save lives every day, and whereas the need for blood is never-ending and vital to the survival of patients throughout the High Plains region, including both Texas and Oklahoma Panhandle. And whereas the Blood Center was chartered by the state of Texas on December 23, 1949, originally as the Potter County Memorial Blood Center, and has grown to meet the needs of the residents of 30 counties, the rural communities in 5 states, and countless numbers of people who travel through the area every day. And whereas Coffee Memorial Blood Center is the sole provider of blood products for the 31 healthcare facilities located throughout the region in an efficient and timely manner, and I might add almost 500,000 precious lives. Whereas the Blood Center provides direct patient care, including various blood exchange processes and the collection of adult stem cells benefiting cancer patients. And whereas the Coffee Memorial Blood Center, through the city's Office of Emergency Management, plays a vital role in the community's ability to respond quickly to unforeseen emergencies. Whereas the Blood Center is a nonprofit, locally controlled, and has been providing safe, life-giving blood products and transfusion services to the residents of this area for over 60 years. Now, therefore, we, Mayor and City Commissioners, the City of Amarillo, Texas, do hereby commend the Board of Directors and staff of Coffee Memorial Blood Center for their excellent services and extend to all our wishes for many more years of saving lives together. And hereby proclaim October 20th, 2010 as Coffee Memorial Blood Center Day, and encourage all citizens to learn about the importance of life-saving blood donations given under our hands and seal of office this day, the 20th of October, 2010.
Thank you, Mayor McCart and Commissioner Eads. On behalf of the Board of Directors here at Coffee, it is my absolute privilege to accept this honor today. I truly feel that our community is very privileged and very fortunate to have such a high caliber of blood center right here in Amarillo. And we are so grateful to the community for the support that they've shown to us for 60 years now. People have just been great to host and participate in blood drives and to come by and make regular donations. And so for the city to decide to honor the blood center in this way is very special. So again, thank you, and happy Coffee Memorial Blood Center Day.
I'm honored to be here today to congratulate Coffee Memorial Blood Center on 60 years of service to this community. It has just been a tremendous partnership that they've had with all of us. And as I look out, it's only fitting that we all meet here today in a facility that truly is a place that does save lives. You know, I think a lot of times we don't realize the importance of facilities like this until we need one, or we have friends that have been in need of blood this last year. One of the spokespersons, or the spokesperson for the Blood Center, was Buster Foster, who I went to school with, and he and I grew up together. And so it really brings it all home when you have someone that you can say really benefited from this facility. You know, next year we don't know what it's going to bring. I don't know how many in this room, what the statistics are on how many will need blood, but I do know that it's a critical service that we have. It's one of the many things that makes this city very successful, and we are so proud of this facility. It's this new one. I don't know, Jim, how many have y'all had in the past? What number is this one? Where you started 60 years ago?
There was a doctor's office in the beginning of time, and then maybe 6. This is probably the 6th facility. Yeah.
Well, it is just wonderful. A beautiful facility, and gosh, to see so many faces here. I don't know how many of y'all have been affected, would have been given blood or have received blood, but I know it's a large number, and it's hard to know what to say about a blood center except it saves lives. As Buster would say, life, live it and give it. So I'm proud to be here today. I know Commissioner Eads has something else he wants to say, but we can't overdo our thanks on what you all do for this community. So thank you so much, Jim, and I'll turn it over to Brian Eads again.
I want you to imagine for me, if you would, just a minute, what it would be like without coffee. Without these services. As I alluded to before, we have 500,000 people who we cover throughout this region. I've been blessed to be appointed as the chairman of our Emergency Care Advisory Board, and that's to assist with coordinating ambulance services for their rapidly needed care, fire response, and I can't even begin to tell you what it would be like in the midst of a mass casualty event in this area, when we're really rather on an island geographically to ourselves, to have to obtain these services elsewhere. We are blessed to have coffee. In the event of a mass casualty, they can respond immediately to produce whatever with a long list of dedicated donors. Those are relationships you could never replace. So once again, congratulations and thank you very much. Thank you, Brad.
Speaking about partnerships, this city works together as a unit, as one whole piece, and a big part of that is the Chamber of Commerce. Gary Malberg has been head of the Chamber of Commerce now for 13 years, did you say? And has done a tremendous job. He is as big a supporter of small business, which is what this is, as anyone in this community. And I think you're supposed to come up here, Gary. I'm not sure.
Did you have blood or what?
We do. It's such a wonderful gift that we have in this community where we all work together. I'm so glad the hospitals are here represented today, and all of the different entities. The media is here. They realize the importance of this particular facility. So I do want to thank all of the people from the chamber who are, whenever there's an important event in Amarillo, Texas, you'll see the redcoats here, and they are at all the important events, and that's what today is, an important event for the city of Amarillo. So thank you all for all the work you do. It takes time out of your day. Thank you so much for what you do. So I will back up and let Gary Malberg, the head of the Chamber of Commerce, who does a tremendous job for this community, let him take over. Okay. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words.
Sure.
Jim, a press conference in the rain today. You ought to try an annual banquet like last night.
I know.
For some reason, when I was talking to the crowd, I did not have anybody's full attention. There was a lot of iPhones going on. But it was a great event, and we had a great turnout. And it's hard to follow up what Brian and Deborah said, you know, how important it is. I might add, the red coats here that all these volunteers are wearing is tied to Coffee Memorial Blood Center. It has nothing to do with red and black people chamber coats. But honestly, y'all just do a phenomenal job. And when I thought about this coming out here today, it would be hard for anybody in this room to think any family hadn't been touched by Coffee Memorial Blood Center, and that's what it's all about. You changed lives, you made a difference in our community, and I commend both y'all for a job well done, and the entire staff. Y'all do a wonderful job, and it's making a difference in Amarillo. So thank you for allowing me to be here.
There are a couple of other people who I have asked to say a few words today, and one of them has become a very good friend. And there's no introduction required. If Paul Matney could come on up and say something, there he is, trying to hide behind him.
Thanks, Jim. It's really a pleasure for me to be here today. I have the great honor of being a relatively new member of the Coffee Memorial Blood Center Board. And what a joy it is to serve with those professionals on that board, to get to know the staff. I've known Joe McCormick, for more years than either one of us would want to. And what a first-rate facility this is. And how many of us have grown up like I have hearing Coffee Memorial Blood Bank? In fact, I don't want any of you to do the math. I had no idea that the Coffee Memorial Blood Center was born in 1949. That's a really special date for me, Jim. Don't do that. You know, at Amarillo College, we're blessed to have tremendous partners in this community, and especially in the healthcare field. And we are blessed with being able to have the opportunity to train and educate nurses, RNs, LVNs, CNAs, people that work here, phlebotomists, and also many, many allied health professionals. And I just can't imagine what it would be like in the Panhandle in our community without this absolutely first-rate facility, great leadership, great staff. And I think truly the Coffee Memorial Blood Center gives the gift of life. And what more noble cause can you have than that? So Jim, Joni, everyone, congratulations.
Thank you. I think since about the beginning of time, at least as measured not by Paul Matney years, but by the age of the medical center, Harrington Regional Medical Center, coffee has been a part of that. And the new president of HRMC, or the Medical Center at Amarillo, is Michael Callahan, and Mike would like to say a few words. Mike?
I'm happy to be here on behalf of the 35 member institutions which make the Harrington Regional Medical Center, and to acknowledge and congratulate our Blood Center on 60 years of high-quality service to our community. On a daily basis, we are reminded of the many miracles occurring at our large tertiary hospitals where accident victims are mended and life-saving surgical procedures are performed. But these miracles would not be possible without a safe and plentiful blood supply, which is often taken for granted. We are here today to thank you for your high-quality service to the people of the Panhandle, and to state in no uncertain terms that you are a very important part of our healthcare team, and our very lives rely on your continued success. Thank you again for 60 wonderful years we can all be proud of. Jim?
I'd like to turn this now over to Coffee's Director of Marketing and Communications, Suzanne Talley, who wants to make an introduction. Suzanne, there you are.
Well, thank you all for being here today. We have a very special introduction that we would like to make. As most of you know, and as Mayor McCart mentioned, Buster Foster has been our honorary ambassador family for the year 2010. It's about time that term is ending, although he will maintain his relationship with us as he has been such a wonderful partner and representative. But we would like to introduce our 2011 honorary ambassador family that will represent Coffee Memorial Blood Center for the year 2011. And Jennifer, Aaron, Sydney, and Kyle could not join us today, but meet the Hollies.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Holly. My husband, of course, his name is Kyle, and I'm sorry that he cannot be here today. This is our son, Aaron, and this is our daughter, Sydney. And Aaron is actually our recipient in our little miracle child. At the age of 4, he was diagnosed with leukemia, and through the course of his treatment, he received 11 units of platelets and 6 units of blood. And through that course, without that blood and without the platelets, Aaron, not sure where Aaron would be today. So we are so grateful and thankful for Coffee Memorial and for the people who donate daily, monthly, yearly. They hold a very special and dear place in our hearts because of our special son right here. And we are just extremely honored and beyond words that we get to represent Coffee Memorial for the year 2011. So thank you very much.
Before I turn this back over to Jim, there are some very familiar blood recipient faces that are here with us today. If you're a blood recipient and you're one of our families that have shared their story, would you come forward and just let everyone see you? John, Monica again. Y'all come forth and just let everyone see your faces and know how important blood was to your family. Come on, John. Come on up here. Just tell them how important blood is to you.
My daughter Lily was a preemie, and she received 2 tiny spoonfuls of blood, but without that she would not have survived. So we're very supportive of Coffee Memorial.
And this is Monica Herrera, one of our staff members, also a blood recipient.
I received 26 units of blood when I had my son, and he also had to receive blood.
And Monica Adams is also a blood recipient, and we appreciate them being with us today.
Those little babies really need it sometimes. I received 6 units, and my son received 2. He also.
So that's what Coffee Memorial means to us.